Little people, big world. Did Matt's greed ruin the family? The farm owner and Karen are all about money. Matt Roloff from Little People, Big World might have ruined the family with his greedy behavior. He joined the reality series alongside his ex-wife, Amy Roloff, and their children. Little People, Big World primarily featured their son with dwarfism, Zach Roloff, as he grew up on the show. The Roloffs were happy living on and managing the Roloff family farms, but their unit was dismantled when Matt and Amy got divorced. They grew apart as a couple, and Amy alleged Matt had an affair with her with his current partner, Karen Chandler. Their partnership formed out of lies and uncertainty, which left a negative taste in most of the Roloff children's mouths. Matt's ego has gotten out of control in the years after his divorce, and he's made some questionable decisions. He fractured his relationship with Zach after listing part of the Roloff farms without letting him know ahead of time. Karen's been accused of being a gold digger since the beginning of her relationship, and her greed may have subconsciously seeped into Matt's perception of the Roloff family farms. Karen could have influenced Matt to sell the Roloff farms for money. Before she began dating the reality star, Karen worked for the Roloffs as a manager of the pumpkin patch, where she worked her way up to become Matt's assistant. She may have learned about the farm's true value by working closely with him. Karen told Matt she didn't want to take on the responsibility of working on the farms any longer. She knew her partner was a reality TV star and might have thought they would bring home a larger profit by listing the farms and reaping the benefits. Little People, Big World will likely end after season 25 because of Matt and Zach's feud. The Roloff patriarch knew it was his son's dream to take over the Roloff farms when he grew older. Nonetheless, Matt disregarded Zach's feelings when he listed part of the property and didn't tell him ahead of time. He had little remorse for his betrayal and slyly offered his son a piece of the land for $4 million when he knew Zach couldn't afford it. Instead of prioritizing his children's feelings, Matt was too busy catering to Karen's requests. Matt doesn't take accountability for his actions. Instead, he attempts to defend himself online. When asked by a fan on Facebook if Little People, Big World would be returning for season 26 after Zach and his wife, Tori Roloff, announced their departure from the show, Matt didn't have a clear answer. Little People, Big World star Matt may have shattered the Roloff family bond because of his greedy behavior. Since he started his relationship with Karen, he's begun making more decisions motivated by money. Matt and Zach don't seem to see eye to eye anymore, which is heartbreaking for their family. Little People, Big World. While Libra Karen Chandler's a terrible match for Libra Matt Roloff. Karen Chandler and Matt Roloff are both Libras, but their incompatibilities in their long-term relationship have played out on the screens on Little People, Big World for a while now. The couple had a scandalous start since Matt started dating Karen shortly after announcing his divorce from Amy Roloff in 2015, after 27 years of marriage. Matt and Amy's marriage wasn't easy. Still, the Roloffs' divorce was shocking to many. Karen had been a longtime manager for Roloff Farms, which made things a little uncomfortable even for the Little People, Big World fans. Little People, Big World has been filled with drama since 2022. When asked if he was trying his best to repair the relationship, Zach acknowledged there were times I could have done better when looking back. Describing his rift with his father as a toxic relationship that he's put up with for so long, Zach confessed his biggest beef was when people outside the feud encouraged him to come back together for me. It was time to step away, and I stepped away. And then things are said on social media that's like, oh, nothing's changed. He said of those who want him to reconcile with Matt. So no, like I'm going to raise my kids and do the best I can. But like if that's the way we're still thinking down there, then nothing's changed. Why would we re-engage? Little People, Big World. Zach Roloff reveals where his relationship with Dad Matt stands today. Little People, Big World star Zach Roloff revealed the current status of his relationship with his father, Matt Roloff. It didn't have anything wrong, Zach, 34, said of his connection with his dad during the Thursday, May 23, episode of his and wife, Tori Roloff's Raising Heights podcast. In my mind, it's a narcissism, so yeah, it's not great. More time may heal. The couple explained that filming the latest season of LPBW happened over a year ago, and watching the show brought back old wounds. Dust is settled, but nothing has been fixed, and then stuff comes out on social media, and you realize people are thinking the same thing, the soccer player continued. It's a bummer, because I thought we were kind of evening it out a little bit. Which reality TV show would you want to join? Zach and Tori, 33, had long teased their departure from the long-running series, but confirmed in February that they would not be returning following the end of season 25. Let's just talk about the elephant in the room. Are we coming back to Little People, Big World? Tori said while addressing their exit during the February 22 episode of the Raising Heights. Zach responded, "We are not. We made that pretty clear last cycle. But I don't think it's been officially announced to people like we are not coming back to Little People, Big World," Tori told their podcast listeners. "We are done. That part in our lives, that chapter has closed." The couple's departure comes after major tension arose between Zach and Matt, stemming from Matt's choice not to sell the family farm to Zach. Fans watched the father-son negotiation play out during season 22 of LPBW, and while it isn't clear when conversations fell through, rumors swirled Roloff Farms was off the table when Zach and Tori purchased a home in Battleground, Washington. They got their 3 little kids. It's not for everyone, Matt explained. Zach knows better than anybody how difficult it is to raise their children in front of the camera with all the scrutiny. Are lovely. There was a lot negativity online. So I'm super proud of Zach and making the decision he's made for his family. Marek added that he was nervous to propose, but he went out of his way to pick the perfect engagement ring for his longtime girlfriend. "I was very nervous. It had to be a heart-shaped diamond because I knew that's what Amy wanted." She also shared the news on Instagram, along with a photo of her beautiful ring. The reality star wrote, "Guess what? I wanted to share with you. I'm engaged. I was so surprised when Chris asked me to marry him. I said yes. I couldn't be happier and so looking forward to this new part of our life journey together. I'm blessed. Love you, Chris. I love us." Amy Roloff's kids and family. 5 fast facts you need to know. Amy and Matt Roloff finalized their divorce in May 2016 and have since both moved on with other people. Amy is still happily dating Chris Malik, who you can read more about later in this article, while Matt is currently dating farm manager Karen Chandler, who continues to work alongside Matt and his ex-wife. Here's what you need to know about Amy Roloff's family. According to Distractify, the pair were married for nearly 30 years when they made the announcement that they would be splitting up. Molly is the most private of the Roloff kids, and she and husband Joel Silvius live pretty far from the rest of the Roloffs, off in Spokane, Washington with her husband. She tends to keep to herself, keeps her social media pages private, and rarely appears on the show. Her parents gush about her frequently on LPBW, exclaiming how proud they are of the woman she's become. Jeremy Roloff, the twin brother of Zachary, is married and shares a daughter with his wife Audrey. The couple co-wrote and released a book titled A Love Letter Life, and are currently doing a book tour around the country to promote the book, which they have dedicated to their daughter, Ember Jean. Jeremy and Audrey also have a website called Beating 50%, in which they offer advice for married couples. The twins are the oldest of the Roloff children, followed by Molly and Jacob Roloff. The youngest of the Roloff children is engaged to be married to his longtime girlfriend, Isabel Sofia, and planned to marry later this year. Jacob actually left LPBW several years ago after disagreements over how the show was produced forced him to reevaluate his health and happiness, and he decided to quit. Producers have to try to get us to follow the talking points. For me, noticing how the agenda of the crew doesn't work well with the health and happiness of our family is what made me decide quite a while ago that I could not be a part of it as soon as I was able, he wrote in a lengthy Instagram post back in 2016. He continued, claiming the producers had their own agenda for how the show was filmed. The primary objective I have felt and observed over the years of the crew is to preserve their job and preserve the ratings, which is up to you to be right or wrong. For me, noticing how the agenda of the crew doesn't work well with the health and happiness of our family is what made me decide quite a while ago that I would not be a part of it as soon as I was able. Tori Roloff, who usually goes by Zach and is the twin brother to Jeremy, was the only Roloff child born with achondroplasia. Zach stands at 4 feet 4 inches tall. His son Jackson was also born with dwarfism. He is married to Victoria Tori Patton. The couple tied the knot in July 2015, and 2 years later, welcomed Jackson into the world. The family are very prevalent on LPBO and often share updates about their lives and family on social media with fans. They are the only one of the Roloff children who have not left the show yet. Amy has been dating boyfriend Chris Malick for several years now, and they appear to be going strong. Amy seems to be head over heels for the man as they head into their 3-year anniversary, and often posts pictures on her Instagram page of the two out on the motorcycle, camping, sitting around a fire, or just spending time outdoors. They started dating after meeting at a singles painting party, shortly after Amy and Matt separated. Although they didn't speak much that first night, they reconnected a few weeks later when Chris asked Amy out on their first date, which involved taking a ride on his motorcycle. Amy was more than happy to accept, and the rest is history. I could have talked for hours, and he just said so much. I could have been on this bike ride for hours, she noted in the Little People, Big World episode. And she also added, I want to get to know him. I find him attractive, I find him interesting, and I would hope that, maybe he finds, that in me a little bit. Amy Roloff, still working for Matt on Farm, Little People, Big World fans recently noticed an interesting detail from Amy Roloff. Is she still working for Matt Roloff on Roloff Farms as longtime Little People, Big World? Dust is settled, but nothing's been fixed or anything, Zach explained. Stuff comes out on social media, and you realize that people are thinking the same thing, and it's kind of a bummer because then it's oh, I thought we were kind of evening out a little bit. Now that the drama has played out for a second time, Zach claimed that the people involved are still in denial, and they believe they didn't do anything wrong. It's a narcissism, so no, it's not great, he added, but I don't know, more time might heal. Tensions between Zach and Matt rose as the family considered the future of their farm, and Matt listed a portion of his property that his son was interested in buying up for sale. Matt later decided against selling it, instead opting to turn it into a short-term vacation rental. The father-son duo have also butted heads over their familial relations and Matt's engagement, which has unfolded in front of TLC cameras. As Zach updated fans on his relationship with Matt, Tori took the time to address misconceptions that the couple were withholding our children from spending quality time with their grandparents. There's none of that going on, that's all just internet drama, she said, adding, but I think that adult relationships are very complicated, unfortunately, especially family where all just doing our best like, we're all trying. Tori suggested, to which Zach replied, are we though? That's what I guess challenge, like are we doing our best? Is the whole family doing their best? I don't think so sometimes. With Zach Roloff and Tori Roloff officially out, the future of the franchise remains up in the air, at least until TLC officially decides what to do next. In the meantime, fans are curious about what everyone is up to now that they aren't currently filming the show. Amy Roloff sold her Little People Big World share of Roloff Farms back to Matt Roloff, making him the sole owner of the property. Roloff Farms has become a community fixture, as well as a popular tourist destination, even for people who don't watch the TLC show. Though Matt Roloff is the sole owner of Roloff Farms, some fans noticed a curious detail on Amy's website that suggests she may still be working for / with Matt on the farm. The text says, Amy continues to support the daily activities of the 100-plus acre family farm near Portland, Oregon. It is a major tourist destination in the fall during the pumpkin season. It is also a great place for her to keep gathering with her family and get inspired to create new recipes. It's not exactly clear how much Amy Roloff is still involved with Roloff Farms, nor what continuing to support the daily activities on the farm means. Even though Amy Roloff and Matt Roloff still lock horns from time to time, it's clear that they maintain a generally cordial relationship with one another. No more today. What are you thinking about this gossip today? Let us know in the comments and stay tuned by subscribing to our channel to get more updates like this. Thank you. But because we've made that pretty clear, they haven't asked us back. Technically, he continued. This last cycle was rough, between the family, the farm deal, and we are done with it. Little People, Big World star Matt Roloff revealed shaggy hair transformation, and we're a little confused. It is Matt Roloff rocking a brand new do. The Little People, Big World star has fans weighing in on his new look as he returned to Instagram following a 2-month social media break, and we're honestly a little confused. The 63-year-old TLC personality posted a shirtless selfie on Tuesday, showing himself at the beach and rocking some wavy long locks. Roloff has had a similar short haircut for years, so the new look took people by surprise, although some inconsistencies in the photo point to the hairstyle being the result of either AI or photo editing. Lovin' my best life. Roloff wrote on the photo, hinting that he could be joking around with the photo. In the caption, he added, "Livin' and lovin' life." The comments were quickly filled with people asking questions. Is that really your hair? One person asked, as another joked, is it a wig? A third said concretely that the hairstyle can't be real, as still another hedged, not sure if this is AI or not, so can't comment. Roloff's previous Instagram posts had no hint that the reality personality was growing out his hair, and a post shared in November 2024 showed him enjoying a trip to the Virgin Islands with his typical short hair partially hidden under a hat. Roloff's new post comes in the wake of what appears to be the end of Little People, Big World following 25 seasons. The network has yet to officially cancel the show, but Roloff previously disclosed in April 2024 that he hadn't been told of any plans to commence filming again. I know I can't predict the future. It's my guess that the network can't either. I do think that TLC did a nice job on the last Tuesday's season final episode hedging their bets and putting a nice button on the show and where the family members that still participate stands, Roloff wrote in a lengthy Facebook post. So if LPBW never does come back, in whatever various other forms, I think consensus is they wrapped up the Roloff LPBW Crazy Train saga pretty good. That's why many of you felt it was a series finale. So on this matter of whether last Tuesday was the last LPBW show forever, nobody really knows at this point. I feel very content and satisfied with the run of shows and the journey we shared with you all. He continued, concluding, you never know what the future may bring, so if you are me, and apparently TLC too. I hate saying goodbye, only see ya later. Fifth, videos Zach Roloff admits relationship with dad Matt is not existent, denies withholding his kids amid their futile little people. Big World may currently be off air. Zach and Matt Roloff have yet to mend fences. In an episode of Zach and Tori Roloff's Raising Heights podcast on May 23, the father of three, 34, revealed that his relationship with the Roloff family patriarch, 62, was not great. While answering fans' questions about their personal lives, it's not like existent, I guess, Zach said, looking down towards his feet. The filming ended. You kind of just give yourself some space, and then the show airs 6 months later, and it kind of brings up some old WOM story. 33 went on to explain that most viewers don't realize that episodes are usually filmed a year before. When the show airs a new season, the tense moments they experienced are relived for a second time, even though the dust has actually settled on their differences.